Oh, hi. How you doing? Welcome to All Play. Today I'm doing the TMI video tag. I was tagged by the Jolly Mage. I appreciate the tag, good sir. I'll have his channel in the description below so that you guys can see his video as well as check out all the gaming stuff he has on his channel as well. And I'll also tag a few other people to participate in this tag. 50 questions. Like I said, it's the TMI video tag. That means I'm going to give you guys a little bit too much information about myself. And my goal is to make you guys feel uncomfortable long before I do. Here we go. Number one, what are you wearing? All right, from the top to the bottom. White bandana. This bandana I had signed by one of my friends who is a singer here in my city. Her name is Janelle. This is by far my favorite bandana. Blue shirt. It's like an athletic jersey shirt. I used to play a lot of sports, and these styles of shirts are very comfortable to wear both when I'm exercising or working out and when I'm just hanging out. So that's why I wear these shirts a lot. I'm wearing my cage die. I believe this is the D20 from what's it called? Shadows over Innistrad. I play a lot of Magic, so I like to wear this to show that I'm a gamer. I'm wearing a black wife beater underneath, and I'm wearing a brown. No, this is not brown. That's gray. A gray pair of drawers. I don't wear pants when I'm in the office. Number two, have you ever been in love? Yes. Yes, I was in love back in 2013, 2014. A girl from my childhood that I once liked. I don't want to say convinced her. I had shown her, I guess, that I was a person worth dating, and we were together for a while. That leads into number three. Have you ever had a terrible breakup? Yes. I found out she was cheating on me. Didn't know who with, didn't know how long, didn't care. Just found out she was cheating on me, so I ended the relationship there. Kind of shut down a little bit, but it's okay. Everything happens for the best. Everything happens for the best. Number four, how tall are you? I am 5'6" or 5'7". I don't know. I've lied so much that I don't remember which one I am. But I'm one of those two. I'm 5'6", 5'7". Average height. How much do you weigh? 180? Around 180? I've never weighed more than 180. Like, it goes up and down by a pound every so often whenever I care to check. Any tattoos? No, I don't have any tattoos. It's not that I'm against tattoos. It's just that I don't think I like anything enough to have it permanently marked on my body. There's nothing that I care about. I care about a lot of video game characters and symbols and music and things like that, but none of it ever resonates like, hey, you like this so much, maybe you should dedicate it somewhere on your body. I guess I just haven't found the right thing. I'm not against it completely. Any piercings? No. Don't like piercings. Number 8. OTP. One true pairing. Okay, let's see. One true pairing? I want... Listen. Since I was maybe, 9 or 10? I've wanted Tai and Sora from Digimon to get together. It has not happened, and I'm upset. That's the one true pairing. That needs to happen. That better happen. Number 9. What is your favorite show? I don't have a favorite show. I don't think I do. I haven't watched TV in so long. It's ridiculous. If I have to pick a favorite show, I'd say Heroes, the NBC series. I've seen it from start to finish twice in my life, but that show is actually written very well, in my opinion. Please don't hate me. I like it. I like it. Number 10. Who is your favorite band? System of a Down. I know a lot of people never would have seen that coming from me. But System of a Down is probably my favorite band altogether. What is something you miss? All right, I'm gonna get on my soapbox real quick. I miss when video games were good. I miss when you paid $40 or $60 or whatever, and you paid that for a video game, and that's it. You have to pay for anything else. That was the whole package right there. That was the whole thing. I miss when video games were creative. I miss when they weren't all the same game over and over. I miss when the video game industry wasn't the mess that it is now, to be very honest. I have no idea when it started, but I miss that. Not gonna lie. All right, soapbox over. Let's get back to being goofy. What is your favorite song? My favorite song changes hour to hour, to be very honest. For a while now, though, my favorite song has been Me, Myself, and I by G-Eazy and BB Rexa. I think I like the beat and BB's part. Not even the words, just the notes that she hits, because I find myself humming the beat, humming her part, her melody, all together. So I think that's what I have to say for that one. How old are you? I am 25. What is your zodiac sign? I am a Cancer. And I like being a Cancer. I like being a Cancer. But other people don't like me being a Cancer. I don't know why. I don't know why. Number 15. What is one quality you look for in a person? One quality? Sense of humor. If you don't have a sense of humor, like not even for a partner, as a friend, if you don't have a sense of humor, we're not going to get along for long. I'm going to piss you off so quickly. It's going to be ridiculous. Like the level of, I wouldn't say I'm not a serious person, but I like to joke around a bit. I don't like to take life super duper seriously. If you can't have fun with life, we're not gonna get along. And that goes even further for a partner, someone I'm in a relationship with. If you don't have a sense of humor, like one person I was in a relationship, she had to grow a sense of humor for it to work, and it worked for a while. So definitely, sense of humor is the first thing I look for. If you don't have a sense of humor, I cross you off the list. I don't even give you a shot. What is your favorite quote? I don't have a favorite quote that I keep in mind, except for something that my grandma told me a long time ago. And even that has slipped my mind right now. So I guess I don't have a favorite quote. Sorry. Who is your favorite actor? If I have to, Johnny Depp. I love me some Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow is by far my favorite fictional character altogether, and for that, I guess I have to say Johnny Depp is my favorite actor, because the role. If you even look at the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, you could tell that the first movie, which was supposed to be the only one, you could tell that the movie's not about Jack. It's completely not about Jack. It's about what's his name? It's about William. It's about William Turner. And he spun his his performance as that character, as well as the lines that aren't on the script, are so amazing that like the whole movie shifts to be about Jack Sparrow. So I have to give that to Johnny Depp. What is my favorite color? My favorite color is red. I know I'm not wearing any red right now, and that's a problem with me, but my favorite color is red. If I could choose, red would be everywhere. I've got red. I got a red bandana right here. My red pick is right here. I have a red deck box featuring Chandra, who is red. I put red up here first on my calendar. I ain't even measure things out. I just threw red up there. So red is my favorite color, for those of you wondering. Yes, I just made a mess in the office. It's okay. We'll all live. Loud music or soft music? Loud music. I love loud music. I love loud music when it's breakfast time. I love it when I'm in the shower. I love it when I'm moving from place to place. I love it when I'm studying. I love it when I'm partying. I love it when I'm trying to sleep. I love loud music. Not gonna lie. Where do you go when you're sad? See, I don't know if that's a physical question or if that is a mental question. If it's a physical question, I don't really go anywhere. I don't have a physical sad place that I go to when I get sad. Mental, I wouldn't say I shut down, but I lock up a little bit up here, and I'm not so much an extrovert. I'm a super introvert. So when I lock up here, this stops. I stop talking altogether. That's not just when I'm sad. That's also when I'm trying to process something or when I'm trying to make sense of whatever. I lock up. How long does it take you to shower? It takes me, on average, about 15 minutes. And that's because I spend about 10 minutes actually showering, washing my hair, washing my body, things like that. And then I get lost in there for about 5 minutes. My mind wanders when I take a shower. Not gonna lie, my mind goes to a million different places. It lives out different scenarios and sees how things work in different types of places other than in the shower. I get lost in there sometimes. Sometimes I need help getting out the shower. Not gonna lie to you. Trying to not run up the water bill is on my list for things to do in 2016. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? To get ready, it probably takes me about 10 minutes. To actually get up takes me an hour. The same thing about the shower. My mind is just not all the way there when I'm first waking up. It could take me anywhere from 10 minutes to another hour to have my mind get there. If you ever wake me up, listen, let me warn everybody. If you ever wake me up and expect me to be able to do something right away, it's gonna go horrible. It can have two options. I can either wake up immediately and like I'm not ready, like I just came from underwater, like I have to get everything in order, I have to learn how to breathe again, or I can start on whatever you want me to do. Say you want me to put some stuff in a box. You want me to pack a box full of things that need to be moved. I can start it, and then in the middle, my mind will just wake up. So everything that I was thinking, how I was organizing things, what needs to go in the box, what needs to be wrapped, things like that, my mind will just throw all that away, and now I got to think it all up over again. It's never good. It takes me entirely too long to get ready in the morning. I know this for a fact. I know this. Have you ever been in a physical fight? In college, in my freshman year, I was the shortest guy in the dorm. We had about 30 people that lived in the dorm. I was the shortest person. One guy, he was about 6. See, I don't even have to say how many inches. He has at least half a foot on me. He was about 6'4", and he decided he was gonna come in our room and mess with me. I don't know why he wanted to mess with me. I'm a nice guy most of the time, except when you want to mess with me. He started taking our stuff. I was like, "Hey man, what you doing?" He said, "I'm coming through here. I got a problem with you." I said, "Well, I don't care, get out of here." And he said no, he's not going to get out. He decided he was going to hang on the threshold of the door. He had his hands on the thing so that like no matter what we did, we couldn't get him out. He was already super tall, and now he was grabbing onto something. He definitely wasn't leaving. I was like, "Hey man, you got 3 seconds to get out." He stood there. So what I did was, my tiny self, he didn't know I ran track. I got power in these legs. I charged at him full speed, and we both went down. And I threw a quick punch in his chest. He grabbed me, put my back against the ground. He was ready to go. I was still talking shit, though. And he said, "I'm not going to hit you because you way smaller than me, but don't do this ever again." I was like, "Hey, you running?" So that was the only fight I've ever been in my life. I don't have Napoleon syndrome, but don't push me. What are your turn-ons? Let me tell you about my turn-ons. I am turned on by the smell of cinnamon. I love the smell of cinnamon. If you ever want to put me in a good mood, have some cinnamon around you. Not a whole lot of cinnamon, just a decent amount, enough to where I can get a good smell of it. I'm also turned on by, like I said, a sense of humor. If you don't have a sense of humor, we're not going to get along. We're probably going to end up fighting, and I have no problem with arguing with you. At all. Other turn-ons. Creativity. I think creativity is sexy. Not going to lie to you. Open-mindedness is actually very sexy to me. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with a single thing that I say. You don't have to agree with anything anybody says. But it would be nice if you could just understand another viewpoint. That's all. And I don't even... All right, apparently, camera got tired and decided it wanted to shut off. That's okay. It's okay. What was I saying? opinionated. I don't offer my opinion too much. I just want to, a lot of times I like to sit back and listen to people. I like to be open-minded about what people think and what they feel about things. And I like for other people, I like for my partner or whoever I'm with to do that as well. So that's a turn on for me, that they are someone who can sit back and listen to others instead of being judgmental. I don't even remember where I was. Next question. What are your turn offs? Like I said, someone being opinionated is a turn off. Also, this is very big, and I will test you on this one before you even realize it. If you are a person who eats, let's say you're eating some pizza, and I can hear you eating the pizza. I can hear you smacking. I can hear you talking with a full mouth. Not only is that a turn off, but I will never, ever, in a million years, ever offer you food. Ever. And I mean it. I mean this. I mean this for a fact. I have friends that I've known since I was 8 years old. So almost, we're getting near 20 years now. I will not offer them food because they don't know how to eat. You come over hungry, you're going home hungry. Let's get back on topic, though. That's a turn off. That's a turn off. I will test you on that long before you even realize it. Even if I'm interested in you, I will never, ever ask you on a date or to start a relationship if I can hear you eating. If I can hear you smacking, I will never, ever in my life. I promise you. Another turn off. I guess someone who gossips a lot. I'm not into gossip, really. I don't really care. I don't really care about most other people, to be very honest with you. I don't care about their business. Aside from that, it's not a good thing to do, I guess. Spreading rumors or spreading what might be the truth, but something that is not important or vital to others' lives. It's not cool. It's not cool in my book. Number 26. What is the reason you joined YouTube? Okay. So let's see. As I mentioned in yesterday's vlog, The Alt Play is not my first channel. I actually started another channel. It's hidden, so don't go try and look for it. It was basically going to be like my production company's channel because I've always loved video editing since maybe I was in the 5th grade. I remember I was assigned a project for video production. That's besides the point. The point is, I originally wanted to make a channel that would feature like short comedy videos and vlogs and anything else that I came up with, because I enjoy a lot of writing and creating scripts, acting with friends and things like that. That was the original reason for me joining YouTube, and I came to realize as I was making things for the channel, I don't really like writing scripts and acting, but I do enjoy entertaining. I've always known that I've enjoyed entertaining others. So that's what brought me here to The Alt Play. What are your fears? I don't really have traditional fears. I won't say I don't have any fears. I won't say I don't have any fears. My fears are things that like I definitely can't control. One of my fears is that I will die not having made a positive influence on the majority of people that I meet. I know I say I can't control that, but that's something that I honestly worry about every single day. How am I affecting this person that I just interacted with? Am I at the very least leaving them in a better state than when I first found them? That's my goal. I try to not be a super negative person, and I try to always influence everyone that I meet for the positive, make their lives better some way, one way or another. Honestly, I guess that's probably my only fear, that I'll die and I'll have left a negative impression on a bunch of different people. If you ever spend time up here with me, you'll see that that's honestly the only thing that I ever worry about, really. Not worried about anything else in life. Sorry if I got a little too deep. Didn't mean to. Last thing that made you cry. All right, when I say this, don't judge me, okay? I've lived a long time, all right? Okay, so one of my favorite series of video games, and this is probably my favorite. Like if you had to hold a gun to my head, this would probably be the first thing that comes to mind. Is Ace Attorney. It's a video game series in which you are often a lawyer. You're always a lawyer, but you're often a defense attorney. Sometimes you'll be a prosecutor and other characters. But you're mostly a defense attorney named Phoenix Wright, and his job is to defend his clients because they're being accused of a crime. Most of the time it's murder, not always. And every single case always looks like you're going to lose. He's gonna lose. He's gonna get pinned for murder, and there's nothing you can do. Phoenix, he's called Phoenix because he always turns these cases around and brings them back from the dead with these ridiculous claims, but they always work because he always finds the evidence, the true evidence, and things like that. There's been several games in the series, and they've done a film in Japanese, a Japanese film that perfectly portrays what it's like to play the game. There's also been an anime. There's an anime that was recently made for that. And every single time I hear any of the songs from the game, or I see a character appear for the first time from the game and something else, it always gets a tear to my eyes because I've been through so much with every game in this series. I think I've pretty much beaten every game in the series that's been released in America. So like, it really touches my heartstrings to see these characters in different media and things like that. Like I said, don't judge me! When was the last time you said you loved someone? Can't remember, but it was the last time I was hanging out with my friends. I always make sure, like I said, I always try to be a positive influence on people's lives. And I always try to tell them, hey, I love you. You guys know I love you, right? Things like that. Because you never know when the last time you're going to see your friends is. I hate to think of it that way, but that's the grim truth of the matter. You're not going to live forever. So I try to make sure they know that I love them. What is the meaning behind your YouTube name? Okay, so, like I said, I love video games. But there was a point in time where video games got boring to me. They got boring because they all were the same thing. Every Super Mario game was the same game. Every Pokemon game was the same game. Every Zelda game, same game. I tried to switch them up just like playing on my own. I tried to do crazy runs. Like for Super Mario, I remember the first Super Mario game, I was like, yo, I'm tired of this. This is the same game. It was New Super Mario Brothers for the DS. And what I did was I decided, hey, I'm not going to beat this game 80%. I'm going to beat it all the way. I'm going to get all the hidden star coins. I'm going to find all the secret entrances. Things like that. I started doing that, a run like that on the channel because I never completed it doing it on my own. I never completed it on the channel. Whatever. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure 2, I wanted to beat the entire game. That means get 180 emblems. Never did it. There's a lot of incomplete in my life. Pokemon, I did a lot of Nuzlocke runs. There are harder runs in which you add your own, not your own rules. There's a certain set of rules you must follow, and it makes the game ridiculously harder. You can lose at any time. I've actually completed many of those on my own. So I decided, hey, if I'm trying to make a YouTube channel for gaming, let's do that. Let's make it where I'm doing all these alternate runs. Alternate ways to play the game. Hence, the Alt Play was born. Welcome to Alt Play, ladies and gentlemen. What's the last book you read? The last book that I've read from start to finish is what is it? Let's see. The Theros book. For those of you who don't know, I play a lot of Magic the Gathering. It's one of my favorite card games. And I love it the most because of the story that they've been telling since as long as I've been playing, 2009. And that was the last book that let's see, if it was Theros, that means the last book I read was Journey into Nyx. It's basically a story about, there's these group of people that call planeswalkers. They use magic, but there's a set of people that aren't bound to one world. There's many worlds in the land of magic. But they're not bound to any one world. They can travel from plane to plane. They're called planeswalkers. And this book is about a woman named Elspeth who's trying to find herself, and she's been through a lot. Actually, like for as long as I've been playing, she's been through a lot of turmoil and things like that. And in these stories, she more or less figures out her calling in life, but it's not so good. It's not so good. Those books are very interesting. If I remember, I'll find where you can check these books out. Put it in the description below. What book are you currently reading? I'm not really so much reading it. am keeping it on the floor beside me and looking at it every so often. But this is the writing for television, radio, and new media. This is one of the books that I had for my bachelor's degree. And actually, this is probably the best textbook that I've ever read because it helps me to stay on focus whenever I like to listen. I like to write scripts from time to time, just little short things. I mentioned this before, just little short things, and I like to just look at that as a reference for, hey, am I doing this? Am I doing this not the right way, but am I doing this in a way that is okay, that can be improved? If so, how can I improve it? Things like that. So that's what I'm currently reading. What's the last show you watched? The last show I watched is, if you want to count this, Digimon Try. For those of you not in the know, Digimon's a story about 8 kids, or 7 originally, who got sent to a digital world where they got pets and they fought to save both the digital world and their world. And then they had a sequel called Digimon Adventure 2, where some more kids had the same thing happen to them, and they partnered up with the older kids, and there was a beautiful story that they all saved the world together. And then they got Try, which is what I just said that I was watching, where it's set 6 years after the first set of kids went in. And there's a problem in the digital world, and it's leaking over to their world, and it's completely different now because they're all older. They've all got responsibilities. They're in high school. They've got things to worry about, like college and life and relationships, things like that. So it's a completely, I wouldn't say it's the same scenario, but it's them handling it in a different way, something that they couldn't have done as kids. So that's the last show I watched. It's pretty interesting if you ask me. Who was the last person you talked to? The last person I talked to, her name's Jasmine. She's a good friend. She's cool people. She's cool people. I don't know. I had to think. When was the last time I talked to somebody? What is the relationship between you and the last person you texted? Let's see. Give me a second. Last person I texted. This is one of my ex-girlfriends. She's cool people. She's cool people. What is your favorite food? I want to be lazy and say pizza because that's probably not wrong. That's probably not wrong. What place do you want to visit? I think the only place that I want to visit is Japan. I've more or less visited every other place. Like I go to the Caribbean every so often. I've been to Mexico. There's nowhere really in South America, Africa, or Europe that I would like to visit. Listen. Excluding Japan, because I haven't done my research, but there's a few things that have to be in places that I visit. You got to have a Krispy Kreme, Publix, and McDonald's. Was McDonald's the other one? I don't remember. It's a fast food place. Checkers. You gotta have those 3. If you don't have those 3, good chance I'm not gonna visit. Good chance. I need those in my life. If my body ever tells me, hey, I need some donuts, I gotta be able to go to Krispy Kreme. We got to. If you don't have those, listen, if you don't recognize those 3 places by name, I can't visit you. I am sorry. And Rallies and Checkers are not the same thing. Your building has to say Checkers. I mean this. What's the last place you worked? Well, I'm not privy to naming buildings of places where I've worked on the internet, but I have worked at a school. I'm going to say that much. Do you have a crush? Yes. And she crushed my heart. Not gonna lie. I guess she's still my crush. I mean, I still like her. When was the last time you kissed someone? Years ago? It has to be years ago. I haven't been in a relationship. Since the one who broke my heart in question 3, 2, whatever one it was. So that was the last person I didn't kiss her. The relationship before is the last person I kissed. When was the last time you were insulted? I'm going to break this one down into 2 answers. When was the last time I was insulted, and when was the last time someone tried to insult me? Because I don't get insulted easy. If you insult me, good chance you're dead. Last time I was insulted, like I mentioned, the guy who came into my dorm decided he was going to start messing with our stuff. And last time someone tried to insult me, I was sitting with a friend, and we were just having casual conversations, wasting time. And a girl walked up, and she said hello to him, and she didn't say hello to me. I wasn't insulted by that, but like I said, I always try to leave a positive impression on someone. And you have to have a sense of humor, or we're not going to get along. So she said hey to him. I looked at her. I did the what's up, because that's how I greet people that I'm not familiar with, but I don't want to come off as rude. So I did the what's up, and she just walks by. About 3 seconds later, she turns around. She goes, I was going to say hey to you too. And I said, no, you're not, but that's okay. And she got upset. Now, I was sitting this way, my friend was facing me, and the girl's behind me. So I looked up at my friend, and he's apparently looking at her in the eyes, past me, and he's going, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So apparently she was going to come back at me with something. Apparently she tried to go in on me or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't get insulted easy. And like I said, you got to have a sense of humor talking to me. That was her opportunity to introduce herself. I was kind of challenging her. Were you going to greet me? Were you going to introduce yourself to me? Prove it. She didn't, so I don't know what to tell you. What is your favorite flavor? I think strawberry. I think strawberry is my favorite flavor. I don't really do flavored stuff. I had to think back, like, what's the last thing I had that was flavored? Probably was ice cream. So, strawberry. What instruments do you play? I play piano. A lot of people don't know that about me. I don't read sheet music. I play by ear. If you give me a song, if you let me listen to a song for a little bit, and then turn me loose on the piano or a keyboard, I'll be able to figure out how to play that song pretty quickly. I used to do that with video game music. I just listen. Like, I play a lot of video games to the point where I had songs stuck in my head, and really the only way for me to get them out was to play piano, play keyboard, whatever. Like I said, I don't read sheet music. I taught myself how to read sheet music. My mom has taught me how to read sheet music because she plays piano as well. Both she reads and she plays by ear. But I'll have it, and then I'll lose it very quickly, and I'll teach myself again. I'll lose it again. So I ultimately gave up a long time ago on learning how to read sheet music. I just been playing piano by ear. What is your favorite piece of jewelry? Like I mentioned before, this is a cage die, and it has a D20 in it. This is my favorite piece of jewelry. I have two of these. I have this one that has rusted. Well, I won't say it's rusted, but it's turned. This one's maybe, let's see, when do we leave Ravnica? Or when do we go to Ravnica? This one's maybe 3 or 4 years old, and the other one's new. I only wear that one on fancy occasions and such, so it doesn't turn like this one. This is just turned because it's been on my body a lot. It's my favorite piece of jewelry. What's the last sport you played? Soccer. I love soccer. I honestly don't think I'll ever not like soccer. What's the last song you sang? I don't know. You can make me pull up Spotify again. What's the last song I sang? The last song I sang. Do I have songs? Oh, Chandelier by Sia. I love that song. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Where's your favorite pickup line? I don't have pickup lines. Like I said, I'm more of an introvert than extrovert. Pickup lines aren't my thing. I'm corny. I will just be corny. Corny has worked for me over the years. I've learned to accept that I'm corny, and sometimes corny is what gets the job done. I'm corny. So if I were to ever try and holler at somebody or ask them on a date, I would say, hey, I like you. You're a great person. You have a great personality. Would you like to go on a date sometime? Would you like to go out to eat? Hey, let's go grab something. It'd be like that. I'm turning into a dad is what I'm getting to. I'm turned into somebody's dad, and I'm okay with that. Have you ever used it? Yes. And honestly, it has not ever not worked. So that's why I feel like corny is what works for me, instead of using pickup lines and being cheesy things like that. When's the last time you hung out with someone? Thursday. Last Thursday, I was hanging out with friends after they finished their classes. Just hanging out, talking. things like that. Who should answer these next? Okay, who should answer these questions next? This is going on forever. Who should answer these questions next? Cred Octavio, when you return, I want you to answer these questions. You do a tag. When you return to YouTube, we're waiting on you, buddy. Also, Nick and Joe of Instant Replay Live, answer these questions. It's going to take forever. The JB Show. JB Show, I want you guys to do these questions. Anyone else? How about Arctic Alias, Tim Talks Games, and Frost? You guys, the guys from the podcast, how about you guys handle these questions as well? Can't really think of anyone else that I would punish by having them answer these super long-ass questions with TMI. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so that's TMI. Hopefully you guys aren't as uncomfortable as I am right now. I gotta go get something to eat because I decided to shoot a 40-minute something video without eating, and I'm hungry. I will catch you guys later with more here on Alt Play. Bye.